Welcome back to our channel. Today I have a special guest, very special guest, and it's my beautiful wife. How are you today, babe?
I'm doing great.
You doing good?
Yeah.
People have been seeing us traveling, going to Mexico, coaching people, teaching sales, changing people's life through Christ, and it's been a journey. So today we're just gonna interview her, ask a couple questions for you guys to get to know us. We're going to start with where God had us before each other, but specifically you, where God had you before you met me. And the first question I have for you is,
I don't even know what he's going to ask, so
yeah,
yeah.
it's gonna be
He's on the
interesting.
spot.
What season were you in before we met?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I was in a single season.
Singleness?
Yeah, singleness, not even looking for a man, just locked in, trying to grow my own online fitness business for women. It was called Fit and Confident. I was in college, living in Ohio, just being obedient to the Lord, but not really
Yeah.
looking for marriage.
Yeah.
I was working on myself to be that woman for a godly man, not even having a man in the picture.
For sure. Yeah, I've been in a single season before in my own life. And what would you say God taught you the most in that season?
God taught me to be disciplined and also to remain pure. I know purity it's a big topic in the church. It's also a big struggle for a lot of men and a lot of women. But he really taught me my worth, how to save myself for marriage, not just hanging out with any guy that gave me attention or trying to seek for that attention. So I think the last 3 years of my life before meeting you were really just like me and God. That's kind of how it felt because I moved countries, even if it was for college or whatever. It was really different environment. God taught me to be disciplined because a lot of people take those opportunities to just do whatever they want, party.
Yeah.
My parents are not here. It was a big blessing that the Lord allowed me to come here to the States. So I felt like it was disrespectful for me to not be obedient and keep it, like sacred, my time with him.
Yeah, that's beautiful because a lot of people, like you said, they just do whatever they want. They have freedom, and I really,
Freedom.
yeah, freedom is a trick from the enemy. It just depends. You have freedom from God, and then freedom, the enemy will sell you fake freedom. But that's one of the things that I really admire about you. Your discipline in different areas of your life, especially most importantly in your faith. So I think that's the biggest thing. Obviously, without faith, me and you wouldn't be together.
Yep,
Okay.
I agree.
We got a couple questions here, so we gotta grill her. And how we actually met.
Oh my.
How we
I
actually
knew
met.
that was coming, so
Yeah?
yeah.
How did we meet and what made you feel like, okay, this is different?
Okay, so funny. We met through an online fitness coaches community. Fitness coaches are trying to grow their business and improving. This guy was a sales coach.
Feel me, dog.
So I was there just for a little bit, joined a few calls. Somehow he spot me on the Zoom squares.
With the shield of faces.
Yeah, he followed me on Instagram. I thought it was just another coach supporting my account because we all do that. Then sometimes he would reply to my stories, and I thought it was normal because it's Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't really think it was something. Then you actually asked me, I think, the first question that I thought it was a little different, like, how old are you?
Yeah.
I think that was the question. No, it was, where are you from? And I said Dominican Republic. And then from there, the questions were always a little bit like, okay, I qualifying, how old are you? Do you believe in God? Just stuff like people are interested ask, but I still thought that it was whatever. But then your Instagram got hacked.
Yeah.
And then you messaged me from another account. So that was a little different because I'm like, he can just wait till he gets his account back. But he was like, hey, my account got hacked. It's me. And I was like, prove it or something. I don't remember what I said.
Yeah.
But then he sent me a video. And he was just like, having good energy in the video. And I kind of liked that. I was like, okay, he's chill. But then you asked me for my phone number. And I gave it. I was like, why not? I was not looking for anything, but I was like, why not? Then on WhatsApp, the first question was pineapple and pizza, yes or no?
That's how I broke the ice.
Yeah, so I don't know. I always liked your energy on the Zoom calls. You always had good energy. Like you can just feel like vibrant. Like you have Jesus and you can feel that. Yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah, that's
And
how we met.
If you want us to go deeper, we can make another video. But
Yeah.
that's it for now.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah. And then
It was
yeah.
very strategic.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, something intrigued me about her, and then I shot my shot. I think it's, if you don't shoot, you never know.
Yeah.
So I don't know, something called me to her, and then I obviously didn't want to be like too much, but at the same time, there's a certain balance between pursuing a woman and being needy. So I was pursuing her for sure. And guys, if you're out there, you see a woman that you like and you think that it might be a good fit, go ahead and pursue her. Ask the right questions so you make sure you're not wasting your time or her time, and stop playing around.
And as you know, he's in sales.
Yeah.
So all those sales strategies of asking good questions, he definitely used it on me.
100%.
So it was a really good qualifying process.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wait, but you asked another question. What made me, what was it, the second part? I just talked a lot.
Yeah, it's all good. And what made you feel like this was different? Like, okay, this is different.
Okay. What I felt like it was different, okay, I had a list on my journal of the things that I wanted on my future husband. You know, I would pray for that man and stuff like that. So a lot of things just seem like, oh my gosh, that's on my list. You know, like literally the same major, exercise science, played soccer, man of God, you know, fitness coach, in business. So many little things, wants to travel the world, entrepreneur mindset. And I just felt like that was worth, you know, like giving it a chance. Because if you didn't have like any of that, I would not even eat ice cream with you. Because it's a waste of time. It's not going anywhere. So I was like, why not? And then once I started talking to you a little bit more, and then like we actually, you know, got to meet each other and all that, just your love for God, and how serious you are about your faith. Like, it's not like, oh, I go to church on Sunday. Like, he's not a Christian boy. He's really a man of God. And I felt that, like, and you're very genuine as well. So all the things you said, you follow through. Like, you said, let's do this, we would do it. Or we would come up with a plan. And yeah, like, you're really a man of your word. How you talked about marriage since early stages, because for a lot of people that are dating, that's like a sensitive topic. Oh, we're just getting to know each other. But I always knew if I'm dating someone, I'm going to marry that person.
Yeah.
Because I'm not just dating to play around. I have no time for that.
Be serious. Be serious out there, Kings. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So you were always serious. Yeah, very transparent and all that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
He's a good man. He's really a good man.
I'll boost my ego a little bit. Got a couple more questions. Oh, this one is good. This one's good. Knowing it was a God thing. This is the section. Was there a moment you knew this relationship was from God? Like, what was the moment you were like, okay, I know this is from God?
Okay. I knew it was from God because it was very aligned with the things that I wanted, not even just superficial, like the things I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
But more like in the future. Like what I wanted to build, you know, with my future husband, like family, values, faith, how to raise kids, not just being like wanting a wife, because a lot of men are seeking for a wife, but wanting to be a husband, and not just wanting to be a husband, but wanting to be a dad, because you didn't really grew up with a dad, and you always mentioned how you wanted to be that dad for our kids that you didn't have. So it was like, it just feels from God, because there was also so much noise from friends and people around saying, like, kind of like questioning the situation and all that, and I felt like that was the enemy. But then when it was me in my prayer and with you, it always felt peaceful. So peace. If you feel peace in your relationship, even if people don't understand it, most likely, you know, it's a God thing and the enemy's trying to get on the way.
Yeah. And that actually takes us to our next point, the challenges that grew us. And every couple has a test. Every faith-driven couple gets tested. What's been the hardest part of the journey so far?
I don't know what's too much to share. I think the hardest part was definitely when we got married. because a lot of people didn't
Oh,
understand,
a lot of people were not happy.
and a lot of people judge. I know it's, even Christians judge because we're not perfect and all that, but I had people from my inner circle that judged you, because they didn't know you, or they just had different assumptions that were not right. But I knew you,
Yeah.
and I know who you are and who you are in Christ and all that. So I definitely feel like when we decided to get married was like the world just got super loud and all that. But we also learned a lot.
Yeah.
It grew us like no other thing. Just really being there in like hard conversations or understanding and being obedient to God's calling.
Yeah.
But I think I haven't experienced such a like messy phase in my life as that one. But we always knew, like all things, everything shall pass, and after every storm, there's peace.
Yeah.
And now it's great, and family is awesome and everything. Like I don't regret it.
And I think one of the ways we were able to overcome it, obviously, is God being at the center. It was difficult. There was people that didn't like it, who say stuff about me. But I knew who I was. But at the same time, it could be easy for her to just listen to those who were in her ear.
Yeah.
But she trusted me, trusted God, and we knew that it wouldn't, when God asks you to do something, a lot of times it doesn't make sense to other people. So we were consistently praying about everything. Everything that came up, we prayed. So really it was prayer and just staying connected to God and putting him at the center of everything. Because God will give you, it might not be like step by step, but you have peace in the storm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I really learned to trust your leadership.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I was like, and then he'll be like, no, remember this and that, and just following through.
Yeah. Yep. How do we balance being a husband and wife and business partners? All of it in one. Because it's all tied in at this point.
Yeah, it is.
We do like everything together.
How do we balance it? Oh my, I don't even know if we balance.
Yeah, at the moment, I just think it just happens.
Yeah, it's so together that I don't think it's separate.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe we, like, on the business sides, we do work together, but then we also make sure we have time to date each other.
Yeah, like we're very intentional, with like having date nights, putting our phone away, and just like being with each other, getting the scriptures in the morning. And like we have our things that are non-related to business that we do that, help us grow as a couple, Christian couple. But at the same time, I don't really think it's a bad thing to have it all together, because I get to spend all of my time, like most of my time with you. I get to learn so much from you because I always see you doing the things that I want to do, because I'm a little younger. So there's so many things that you help me to understand from business, back end, dealing with clients, sales calls and things like that. Like I just see it as part of growth in general, because at the end, the business is ours. And if you have something to share, it's always helpful for me to know it. So it's not like, oh, you do the business stuff and I'm just here to cook and clean. Like, no, everything goes together and it is part of our marriage.
The biggest thing is actually, well, people say communication, but I say it's comprehension, because you can communicate without comprehending. So yes, we communicate, but do we understand each other? Because there might be a time where you need a little space. There might be a time where you don't see eye to eye, but that's okay because you're two different people. So it's just really understanding where that person's at in this moment, and then, meeting in the middle. And there might be times where you do have a little heated fellowship conversations, but that's part of marriage. And that's,
no arguments in our relationship.
Yeah, we don't yell at each other. We just have a conversation and we face the uncomfortable conversations and not run away from it.
Yeah.
Earlier in the beginning, it was tough because you're figuring out each other, but then it just gets easier and easier. You might be annoyed at the person, but it's like, all right, cool. Like we don't go to bed mad at each other.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Nah.
It's just not a good thing to do, and the Bible says, to deal with situations before the suns go down. So
yeah, the sun go down.
Sun goes down.
Sun goes down.
Sun goes down. I know how to speak English.
I know how to speak English. How has our purpose evolved since we got married? And what's the mission we're building now with Knockfit and our faith?
It's a deep question.
Yeah.
I would say it's so much stronger and deeper than what we thought it was at the beginning, because it's not like we're gonna, share every single thing of our life, but we're fitness coaches, and yes, we do content, we have a business and all this stuff, but we know that it's not just that. We feel called to ministry, so our business is our ministry, and not just to help salespeople, sales pros, door to door, B2B, and all that, but just like everyone. Everyone needs Jesus. Everyone needs the gospel. If through our business, at least you're interested in fitness or nutrition coaching, you don't only get that, but you also get the spiritual help that it's what actually is going to heal you and help you grow. So I think we've realized more and more throughout this last months how we're really called to ministry, and our business has been transitioning a little bit more into spreading the gospel and not just being typical fitness coaches, which is great, but we know that it's deeper than that.
Yeah. And I think there's been a lot of transitions, like you said, versus content had to change a lot. Marketing had to change because now it's both of our faces. And she's not like someone that just wants to sit down and not do anything in the business. She wants to be very, very involved. So it was just kind of figuring out how to bring it together, because now we are one, rather than just me doing my thing on her own or her building her own business. And now we're one. So everything is like through both of us. It's been a great journey, and having Christ at the center, building the Bible study group. And if you want to come to our Bible study, we have it every Thursday, 8 a.m. PST, 10 a.m. Central Time, and 11 a.m. Eastern Time. But just making sure everything is Christ centered, I think, that's really what's been really beautiful to see. And as we are teaching others, we're also growing so much more in our faith, our obedience, our wisdom, and our love for God. Now we're on the last couple here.
Last couple, like the last section?
Yeah, last section.
Okay.
Now this one's advice for the couples. For someone who's watching, who's single, dating, or struggling in marriage, what would you say to them?
You know what I'm going to say. First thing, seek God.
Seek the kingdom.
Jesus. Seek his kingdom, and the rest will be added. But I think it's really hard to have a relationship, without having Christ at the center, because men and women are completely different. I'm my own person. You are your own person. And when you come together, there can be a lot of friction. And if you don't have God, I think it's really hard to fall into the world, how the world sees relationships. Like women want to act like men want to act like women, and their roles are all messed up. And instead of being like men and women complement each other, it's more like a competition. So since I have a biblical perspective and worldview, I don't really know how it would look like to have you without God. But I can think of it more like fights or arguments, not understanding each other, wanting to do my own thing. I'm my own independent woman, and you may be trying to be controlling or something. But the Bible is very clear on how a relationship should work, how marriage should go, the role of the man, the role of the woman, how a wife should act, and all that. So following standards give your relationship more peace, because you have something to follow. But if you're just living however you want, you have no standards, no limits, I don't even know how it works. That's just all I need to say here is just seek Jesus. If you're struggling, seek Jesus, go to a church, Bible study, join a community. Maybe you can have some disciplers, another Christian married couple that can help you to walk through some things that they've already, gone through.
No matter what season you are, maybe you're in singleness or dating or in marriage, the Bible has direction for any season. If you're single, be obedient to God. If you're dating, be obedient to God. If you're married, be obedient to God. And the Bible is going to direct you on that. So you got to read the word, so you know how you're supposed to operate in that season of your life.
And it's all a blessing.
Yeah.
There's no season that's better than another one. It's just one, it's preparing you for the next step.
Yeah. And guys, we're not perfect. We're just
Definitely
proof. We're just proof that when you say yes to God, beautiful things happen. When you say yes to God, he blesses you. When you're obedient to the Lord, He's going to direct you in your life. And he brought us together because we were saying yes individually. And now it's even better that we're together because we can actually accomplish the mission that the Lord has called us to accomplish. That was it for today. We'll be doing more of these, and it's going to be different insights. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment below, follow us on Instagram, Coach Tata _
Louisa Tata Fit.
Thank you guys for watching. God bless you and peace.